A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John, chapter 12, verses 20 to 33. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. There were some Greeks in town who had come up to worship at the feast. They approached Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee. "Sir, we want to see Jesus. Can you help us?" Philip went and told Andrew. Andrew and Philip together told Jesus. Jesus answered, "Time is up. The time has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Listen carefully. Unless a grain of wheat is buried in the ground, dead to the world, it is never any more than a grain of wheat. But if it is buried, it sprouts and reproduces itself many times over. In the same way, anyone who holds on to life just as it is destroys that life. But if you let it go, reckless in your love, you will have it forever, real and eternal. If any of you wants to serve me, then follow me. Then you will be where I am, ready to serve at a moment's notice. The Father will honor and reward anyone who serves me. Right now I am storm-tossed, and what am I going to say? Father, get me out of this? No, that is why I came in the first place. I will say, Father, put your glory on display." A voice came out of the sky. "I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again." The listening crowd said, "Thunder." Others said, "An angel spoke to him." Jesus said, "The voice didn't come for me, but for you. At this moment, the world is in crisis. Now, Satan, the ruler of this world, will be thrown out. And I, as I am lifted up from the earth, will attract everyone to me and gather them around me." He put it this way to show how he was going to be put to death. The Gospel of the Lord. Reflections on the Gospel according to John chapter 12, verses 20 to 33. The sacrifice of life that Jesus made on the cross was a puzzle for many. Why was it necessary for the Son of God to be crucified? It was indeed a necessity for us to realize that His love for the Father as well as His love for us is total, unconditional, and without any reservation. His self-giving sacrifice produced the fruit of life. John presents the human face of Jesus as he prepares for the final sacrifice. He is afraid, as everyone is afraid, of death. He would like to avoid it. A premature death in the prime of his life, violent, absurd, abandoned by all, even by his friends, delivered by one of his disciples, therefore a victim of hatred. Here is the inner drama of Jesus, and he wonders, what can I say at this moment? Ask the Father to save me from this hour? But I have come for this very hour, that the supreme revelation of the love of God will take place, and I have to go through it. And so he prays, "Father, give glory to your name. Through me, show forth your glory." It is Jesus' acceptance of the Father's plan. Love does not manifest itself without surrender, without renouncing one's own will. Spouses would know this better. There is no marriage that works well without a good dose of sacrifice, of renunciation, of surrender. In the same way, the new covenant is signed in mutual surrender. But since it is God's initiative to sign this covenant with humanity, to give us life, it is God who takes the first step in this surrender. To show us His goodwill, He became one of us, went through the same joys and difficulties as we do, and ended up dying like anybody else. But of course with one difference. He made his death a sign of his love and a sign of life. His death is the grain of wheat that dies, and when it dies, it bears much fruit. The cross, an instrument of death, becomes a sign of life. Do we know of any cases in which death or pain have been occasions to grow in love and life? Do we want to make our life a gift to others so that they may have life? And how do we do that?